So it's my mom's birthday. Woo woo. It's a diva's birthday, diva holiday. Ew. So one, I want to use all day to wish her a happy birthday. Y'all wish my mom a happy birthday. But I also want to use her birthday. You know, it's a time to naturally reflect on her as a person and obviously as my mom. And it just got me to thinking I wanted to talk about the overall bigger topic of the power of having a great mom. And I don't mean to trigger people when I say this. I know, unfortunately, everybody doesn't have the best relationship with their mom. But to those of us that have had the blessing and privilege of being blessed to have a praying, loving, support you 10 toes down, biggest fan, I'ma beat you there cheering for you kind of mama, I'm sorry, it changes the whole trajectory of your life, and I stand on that. Ooh, get into it. It's the hair, the skin, the body, the orange, the melanin for me. But no, I really think it makes all the difference, to the point where I told friends, I've been on a date once and I was talking to a guy, we were talking about our childhood, and I told him growing up, my mom really made me believe I could be anything. And I mean, like, she didn't kill my confidence. So much so, I tell people, and I'm not exaggerating, when I was a kid, if I would have told my mom, when I grow up, I want to go paint the sky, or even now, like, Mom, I want to go paint the sky, my mama would have been like, oh, what shade we thinking? Were you thinking purple? Were you thinking about... And it wasn't about feeding a delusion, but I think she knew that the world is going to already crush your child's dreams. The world is going to throw haters. The world is going to already program you to doubt yourself. I'm not going to be your first bully. I'm not going to be your first hater. So I'm going to gird you with confidence and love to go out into the harsh world. Oh, yes. This is when we went to see Usher in Vegas at his residency for her birthday last year. And she's actually seeing Usher right now on tour. But yes, and that's no exaggeration, like I was saying. I could have told my mom anything. She fed into all my interests. I would come home, and I went with my cousin one time, and I was like, yeah, I signed up to join a bowling league. Ended up being in a bowling league like all throughout high school and was good at it. But just anything, even through college, my mom showed up for everything. In high school, I was a cheerleader, captain of the cheerleading squad. I was a smart, straight A student, so I was always in some type of competition, whether it was out of state, if it was out of the country. And I didn't grow up with like a silver spoon either. Like, my dad was in my life, but he lived in LA, and I grew up primarily in St. Louis during the school year. So on a day-to-day, it's just me and her, middle class, and she was making it happen, showing up for everything, okay? Everything. So yes. Literally, this is a photo from college. Every homecoming, every year, all 4 years, every pageant, just literally every time it was time to go home for break, summer break, my mom would drive 8 hours from St. Louis to Oklahoma, where I went to college, back. Like, that is my girl. When I tell people that is my best friend, my mom is my biggest cheerleader. She believes in me even when I don't, even down to me following my dreams. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm a TV writer in LA, and even just being a theater kid as a child, her letting me explore that, like letting me have my own sense of thought as a kid, not being disrespectful because she's still a black mama, but allowing me to develop my critical thinking skills, trusting that even though I don't know what you're doing with that Hollywood entertainment stuff, but she never crushed it. She supported me when, times that I've been broke, still, helping me out. So she is my number one cheerleader, hands down, not even close. And I say all this to say, in my bigger conversation, is that's why I'm not a parent yet, but I always tell my mom, and I pour all of this, everything I'm saying in this video, it's not, just because it's her birthday. I try to tell her this on a daily, if not frequent basis, because we talk like 5-6 times a day. But it makes a big deal, to the point where I think people who are planning to have kids, or even if you didn't plan to have them, but they here now, people need to take more inventory and be more intentional about the things you say to your kids, how you pour into them. It's more than just clothes and the basic necessities. And I know in certain communities, it's like, oh, well, they did the best they can. Okay, well, we're a new generation, so we ain't gonna hold on to the old. But moving forward, I'm like, it makes a difference how you show up for your kids, how you talk to them, how you listen to them, how you let them express themselves and their own being within means. And, come on. So in closing, my mama is the OG Betty. and it's her birthday. And it makes all the difference. I'm saying it from a daughter, from a child's perspective. And maybe you're watching and you are a parent. I might not be a mom yet, but I am a daughter and I am a child. And from a kid's perspective, and even now an adult child's perspective, it makes all the difference how your parents show up for you, how they pour into you. That it's not always what you didn't say, it's what did you say? Did you go out of your way? So I just want to, shameless plug on my mama's birthday while we bigging up, the best mama in the world. I just wanted to have that conversation. So, if you have kids, if you're going to have kids, it's more than just the cute outfits and the IG posts. What you pouring into them kids? How are you shaping them to be the best versions of them? Not you, but them and who God called them to be.